Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of US state quarter dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're talking about one of the most talked about quarters in the world of US coin collecting, the very first in the 50 state quarters program. Yes, it's the legendary 1999 Delaware state quarter. And let me tell you, this little silver-colored coin is far from ordinary. It may be worth only 25 cents on paper, but in the right condition, with the right error, it could be worth more than most people's cars, maybe even more than their homes. Stick with me, because we're about to unpack a fascinating story, one that combines American history, minting mistakes, and collector obsession. This isn't just about a coin. It's about what happens when history, rarity, and a little bit of luck come together. Let's start with why this coin matters. The Delaware Quarter was the very first coin released in the historic 50-state quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. That program would go on to be one of the most successful coin series in U.S. history. But it all began with Delaware. A fitting start, since Delaware was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. The design on the back of the coin features Caesar Rodney on horseback, making his famous 70-mile journey through the storm to cast a vote that would change American history. It's a dramatic scene, loaded with meaning, and beautifully captured in such a small space. A tribute to courage, determination, and independence. And while hundreds of millions were minted, the story doesn't stop there. In fact, it only gets more exciting. Now here's where things get interesting. Even though the Delaware Quarter was minted in large numbers, some of those coins came out, let's say, not quite right. And for coin collectors, that's where the gold is. Metaphorically speaking, one of the most famous and collectible versions of the 1999 Delaware Quarter has a strange but well-known mint error known as the spitting horse error. If you look closely at some of these coins, you'll see a fine crack that runs from the horse's mouth outward, making it look like it's literally spitting. A simple die crack, maybe, but for collectors, it's a signature, a sign that this is no ordinary quarter. And that's just the beginning. There are other errors, too. Some coins were struck off-center. Some have double die obverse errors, where the design appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during minting. These kinds of errors can drastically boost a coin's value, especially if the coin is also in excellent condition. Now imagine this. A coin collector, or even an everyday person, stumbles upon a Delaware quarter with one of these rare errors. It looks normal at first glance, but under the right light, the error becomes clear. Maybe the spitting horse line, maybe a doubling in the text, maybe something else entirely that slipped through the mint's quality checks. And if that coin is in mint state condition, meaning it has never been in circulation, no scratches, no wear, just that brilliant original shine, then you might be looking at something truly valuable. Something people will pay thousands, even tens of thousands, to own. These early state quarters are especially appealing to collectors because they mark the beginning of a major chapter in modern coin history. And coins from the very beginning of a series, especially with errors, always carry extra weight in the collecting world. Add in the fact that it's the very first state ever, Delaware, and you've got a coin with serious historical and collector appeal. Now the question you're probably asking. Just how much could one of these rare Delaware quarters actually be worth? Well, if you happen to have a 1999 Delaware state quarter with a verified mint error, like the famous spitting horse, and it's in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, then you could be holding something truly special. One such coin recently made waves in the collecting community when it was sold for an absolutely unbelievable amount. Are you ready for this? That quarter, just 25 cents when it left the mint, was sold for $79,000. Yes, you heard me right. $79,000. All because of a tiny flaw and the fact that someone had the sharp eyes to notice it. Take a good look at your old coins. Dig into that change jar, go through those coin rolls, and check your collection again. That shiny quarter from 1999 with a horse on it might just be more than pocket change. It might be the most valuable thing you own. Top 2, we're setting our sights on a tropical island in the Pacific. One that's not only rich in culture and history, but is also the star of a very special quarter that might just be sitting in your pocket right now. We're talking about the 2009 Guam State Quarter. At first glance, it might look like just another piece of the United States Territory Quarter series. But trust me, this little coin has some secrets that could make it worth far more than 25 cents. So, grab a seat and listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you're going to want to double-check every quarter in your collection. Let's start with a little background. In 2009, as part of the United States Mint's District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters program, 6 special quarters were released to honor places that are part of the United States but aren't states themselves. Guam, the westernmost territory in the Pacific, was one of them. The Guam Quarter features a beautiful design showcasing an outline of the island itself, the legendary flying prow sailing vessel, and a symbol of Chamorro culture, the latte stone. It's a nod to Guam's long and proud heritage, blending tradition with the story of modern America. But there's more to this quarter than just a beautiful design. Let's talk rarity, because that's what turns a regular coin into a collector's dream. Now, millions of these quarters were minted. But not all coins are created equal. The key to turning a basic Guam quarter into something truly valuable lies in 2 words: mint errors. Errors are what serious collectors hunt for like gold miners. These are small mistakes made during the minting process that somehow slip past inspection and make their way into circulation. Most people will never notice them. But for the trained eye, these errors can mean thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in value. So, what kind of errors should you be looking for on the 2009 Guam Quarter? One of the most sought-after versions is the double die error. That's when part of the design, like the text or image, appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting strike. It might be faint, but it's there, and collectors are willing to pay big money for coins like this, especially if they're in near-perfect condition. Another rare error to look for is the off-center strike, where the image is noticeably shifted to one side, leaving part of the design cut off or missing. Then there's the clipped planchet error, where a part of the coin is literally missing due to a miscut blank. These types of coins are incredibly rare and instantly catch the attention of serious coin enthusiasts. But wait, there's more. Some Guam quarters have even been found with transitional metal errors struck on the wrong type of metal blank. These are freak occurrences, and finding one is like hitting the jackpot. So now you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I know if my Guam quarter is valuable? Well, it's all about condition and uniqueness. If your coin has one of these rare minting errors, and it's in mint state, meaning it shows no signs of wear, no scratches, and still has its original luster, then you might be holding something truly extraordinary. These rare Guam quarters don't just attract collectors, they attract bidding wars at auctions. The combination of historical significance, error rarity, and pristine condition can drive the value of one of these coins through the roof. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much could one of these tiny treasures actually be worth? A 2009 Guam quarter, featuring a documented mint error and preserved in flawless condition, recently shocked the coin collecting world when it sold for an absolutely staggering amount. That small, silver-tone quarter, a coin most people would overlook, was sold for $76,000. Yes, you heard that right. $76,000. So if you've got a few quarters lying around, maybe in a jar, an old drawer, or a coin collection from your childhood, it might be time to take a closer look. That 2009 Guam quarter could be more than a memory. It could be a fortune hiding in plain sight. Top 3, we're heading to the heartland of America, to the winding rivers and scenic bluffs of Missouri, to explore a quarter that's turning heads in the world of coin collecting. I'm talking about the 2017 Ozark National Scenic Riverways Quarter. Now, this isn't just another pocket change coin. No, this one has a story of natural beauty, American pride, and a few mysterious minting mistakes that have made it one of the most exciting quarters in recent years. So lean in close, because you won't want to miss a single detail of this coin's journey or the incredible value it could hold. First, let's talk about the coin itself. Released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the 2017 Ozark Riverways Quarter was designed to honor one of Missouri's most breathtaking natural wonders. The Ozark National Scenic Riverways is a protected area featuring crystal-clear rivers, lush forests, and historic mills. It's a place of peace and preservation, and the quarter captures it beautifully. The reverse side of the coin shows the iconic Alley Mill, a picturesque red grist mill standing beside the flowing waters of the Jacks Fork River. The detail in the design is incredible, from the texture of the wooden planks to the ripples in the water. It's a true tribute to America's natural and cultural heritage. But as we collectors know, sometimes what makes a coin truly valuable isn't just what's on it, it's what went wrong during the minting process. And that's exactly where the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter gets interesting. You see, while millions of these coins were struck and released into circulation, a few of them, just a tiny handful, came out of the mint with errors. And these aren't just any errors. These are the kinds of rare mistakes that make coin collectors' hearts skip a beat. One of the most talked about versions of this coin features a double die obverse. That means some of the lettering or images on the front of the coin, such as Liberty or In God We Trust, appears slightly doubled. It might be subtle to the average person, but to a collector, that's like striking gold. Another rare error found on some Ozark quarters is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned in the press, and the design is pushed to one side, leaving part of it cut off. Off-center errors vary in value depending on how extreme they are, but the more dramatic the shift, the more valuable the coin becomes. There have also been reports of die breaks, which create raised lines or odd shapes on the coin's surface, and even clash dies, where parts of the reverse design appear faintly on the obverse due to misaligned machinery during production. Now, these errors are incredibly rare. Out of the millions minted, only a handful escape quality control with these kinds of mistakes. But here's where it gets really exciting. If you find one of these error coins and it's in mint state condition, that means it has never been in circulation, with sharp details, no scratches, and that beautiful original luster. Then you might be looking at something truly extraordinary. Coins like these become instant legends in the collecting world. They attract attention from top collectors, coin dealers, and auction houses. And when that happens, the bidding starts, and the numbers go up, way up. Now, I know what you're wondering. Just how much can a 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter with a rare mint error and pristine condition really be worth? Well, brace yourself. Because one such coin, an error variety, uncirculated, and fully authenticated, was recently sold for an absolutely stunning price. That little quarter, that coin that started as just 25 cents, was sold for $72,000. Yes, you heard that right. $72,000. So the next time you're going through your loose change or flipping through your coin collection, stop and take a closer look. Especially if you spot that beautiful red mill from the Ozarks. Because if it has an error, and it shines like it just left the mint, you could be holding a fortune. Top 4, we're diving into the story of a coin that many people have in their change jar right now, but only a few realize could be hiding something extraordinary. We're talking about the 2007 Idaho State Quarter. And yes, this simple coin, minted just over a decade ago, has made headlines in the collecting world. Not because it's old, not because it's gold, but because certain rare versions of this coin contain mysterious errors, the kind that serious collectors will pay thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars to own. So sit tight, coin fans. Because by the time you finish this video, you're going to be looking at your change a little differently. Let's begin with the basics. The 2007 Idaho quarter was released as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in U.S. history. Each coin honored a different state, and Idaho's design is as bold and symbolic as the state itself. The reverse of the coin features the peregrine falcon, a bird that once neared extinction but made an incredible comeback through conservation efforts. It's shown soaring across the sky, wings outstretched, with the outline of the state of Idaho in the background. Beneath the bird is the phrase Esto Perpetua, meaning let it be perpetual, Idaho's powerful state motto. It's a stunning design. But as with many coins, what turns an ordinary Idaho quarter into a collector's dream is what went wrong at the mint. You see, while the U.S. Mint takes great care in producing high-quality coins, every so often, something slips through the cracks. And when that happens, the result is a mint error, a small mistake that can lead to big money. One of the most talked about errors found on the 2007 Idaho quarter is the double die obverse. That's when part of the front design, usually the words Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. To the untrained eye, it might just look like a shadow, but for collectors, that shadow means value. Another rare find is the off-center strike. These coins were stamped incorrectly, so part of the design is missing or shifted dramatically to one side. Off-center coins can vary in value depending on how extreme the shift is, and the more off-center, the more valuable it tends to be. But there's one more error that takes the prize for excitement. and that's the clash die error. This happens when the two dies that stamp the coin actually hit each other without a planchet coin blank between them, leaving ghost-like impressions of the reverse design on the obverse side, or vice versa. It creates a spooky, otherworldly look that collectors love. And on a coin like the Idaho quarter, this type of error is extremely rare. Now here's where things get exciting. While most of these quarters were mass-produced and used in everyday transactions, a very small number, we're talking just a handful, escape the mint with these kinds of errors. And if that wasn't rare enough, some of them also remain in uncirculated, mint state condition. That means no scratches, no dings, and all the original shine preserved from the moment it was minted. When a rare error is combined with flawless condition, the value doesn't just climb, it skyrockets. These kinds of coins are the ultimate prize in the collecting world. They're the ones you dream about finding in a coin roll or at the bottom of an old drawer. And they're the ones that make headlines at auction.so now. The big question: just how much could one of these rare, pristine 2007 Idaho quarters with a dramatic mint error actually be worth? Well, hold on to your magnifying glasses, because this is where things get real. Point one such coin, an Idaho quarter with a documented mint error and perfect uncirculated condition, was sold to a private collector for a staggering price. That little 25-cent piece was sold for $69,000. Yes, $69,000. All from a coin you might have overlooked in your spare change. So the next time you're flipping through your coins, slow down and take a good look. That Idaho quarter might just be your lucky find. Top 5. We're headed to the heart of the American South to talk about a coin that carries deep cultural roots, historic symbolism, and, yes, a few secret flaws that have turned it into a collector's dream. I'm talking about the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter. A coin that, under the right circumstances, has stunned the collecting world with its incredible value. So, settle in and listen closely. This might just be the most valuable story your pocket change has ever told. The Louisiana State Quarter was released in 2002 as part of the 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint. Each quarter in this iconic series highlighted a unique aspect of each state, and Louisiana's design is a perfect celebration of heritage, culture, and music. Take a close look at this coin. The reverse side features three major elements: the Louisiana Purchase territory highlighted on the U.S. map, a trumpet symbolizing the state's legendary jazz roots, and a pelican, the state bird, gracefully flying across the design. It's a coin that truly sings, both visually and symbolically, but while the design itself is beautiful, it's what went wrong at the mint that makes this coin particularly exciting for collectors. Let's talk about rarity. Most Louisiana quarters are worth exactly what they say, 25 cents. But a small handful have escaped the mint with serious errors. And when a coin like this shows even the slightest anomaly, the value can shoot up dramatically, especially when paired with excellent condition. Point one of the most desirable errors on the Louisiana quarter is the double die reverse. That's when parts of the design, usually the words or the outline of the state, appear doubled due to a misalignment of the dies during the striking process. If you spot a second faint image or shadow, don't ignore it. That might be your ticket to a windfall. Another known error is the off-center strike, where the entire design is shifted slightly, or even dramatically, to one side. These coins were misaligned during minting, resulting in a unique and unmistakable look. Some off-center strikes can be minor, but the more drastic the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Then there are the clash die errors, where ghost-like impressions from one side of the coin bleed through to the other due to mechanical malfunction. On a coin as detailed as the Louisiana quarter, that can make for some seriously eerie effects and major collector buzz. You might also find coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. A super rare situation where a quarter ends up being minted on a blank mint for another denomination entirely. These wrong planchet errors are among the rarest finds and can command massive attention in the numismatic community. Now, combine any of these errors with mint state condition. That's a coin that's never been circulated, still sharp, still shiny, no nicks, no scratches, and now we're talking about something truly extraordinary. Imagine this. You pull out a quarter from a coin jar or spot one at a flea market and realize there's something different about it. You take a closer look, maybe with a magnifier. The image looks doubled. The strike looks shifted. The details look rare. Well, if that coin happens to be a 2002 Louisiana quarter with a documented mint error and it's preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, then get ready for your jaw to drop, because one such coin verified by professional grading and authenticated for its error, recently made headlines when it sold for a sum that stunned even seasoned collectors. That small quarter, once worth just 25 cents, was sold for $66,000. Yes, $66,000. So what does this mean for you? It means that a fortune could be hiding in plain sight. It means your next big find might not come from a bank vault, but from the bottom of your coin jar. And it means that the 2002 Louisiana quarter is no ordinary coin. It's a symbol of hidden treasure, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for joining us on another exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If this video sparked your curiosity, hit that like button, subscribe for more surprising coin stories, and tap the bell so you never miss an update. Got a coin you think is special? Tell us about it in the comments. We love hearing your stories and discoveries. Until next time, keep searching, stay sharp, and remember, every coin has a story. Some are just worth a whole lot more than you'd ever imagine. Happy collecting!